I'm Susie from Explore Norfolk UK, a fantastic resource for all things Norfolk. So, what's in store for you on this walk? This is a 5-mile circular walk which starts at the restored Horsey wind pump. We then go off to the beach to see the seals, particularly in the winter months, that is. We then walk past the iconic Brograve Drainage Mill, which is a really lovely place to see and a great photo op. And there are also water meadows, fields and a little stretch of the Norfolk Coast Path. And all of this video goes hand in hand with the downloadable route maps and note, which I hope you've downloaded. There are a few refreshment stops along the way. There's one here at Horsey Wind Pump. There's a pub in Horsey called the Nelson, and there's also a tea room called Poppylands. So let's head off. So to start, we cross over this road, straight over. There's actually been a lot of rain. It's November and all the dikes and the rivers are very high at the moment. It's very muddy, but I've got through with my walking boots, but I've had to slightly avoid some of the watery bits on the meadows. But as I say, it's just been really wet. And there are my boots, having just come through that. But not impossible. And from here on in, it will be absolutely fine. So, at the end of this field, we're going to go through this gate and turn left. That's number 2 on the route notes. And look at that, those are the dunes over there. That's where we're heading. And at the end of the path, we come to a gate. We're going to go through that and turn right. That's number 3 on the route notes. And then here, the road forks. And you can see it says private road on the right. Go left along here. This is number 4 on the route notes. And we follow this track all the way to those beautiful sand dunes. Look at them. Absolutely lovely. And here we are at the dunes at Horsey. And we've also reached the Norfolk Coast Path. If you don't want to see the seals or you're walking in the summer months, then you need to turn left here, which is number 5 on the route notes. This is so exciting. This is what you'll see between November and January, February every year, the seals and their seal pup count. So the adults on the beach, 1,145. Seal pups on the beach, 506. Okay, this is November, so it's quite early on in the pup season. And what you'll find during seal pup season is that the beach is cordoned off by the Friends of Horsey Seals. So there are lots of wardens around usually to, ask any questions you might have about the seals. But there are quite a few viewing areas for you to see them all. And you'll also see these information boards dotted along the path with fascinating facts about the seals and their pups. Everything's managed by the Friends of Horsey charity, which is run by volunteers. They do a great job keeping the seals safe, basically. So, to get to the viewing platform, we turn right to walk along the Norfolk Coast Path. The guaranteed best time to see the seals is between November and January and February. So here we are. We've reached the viewing platform. Well, we've reached the steps. We're going to go up the steps to the top there and see what we see over the top. Can't wait. It's all well cordoned off to keep us away from the beach. The noise they make is amazing. The seal pups are the white ones. And you can walk all the way along here as far as this sort of fence goes, with a few little platforms where you can stand to have a look. And they go all the way up to there. In fact, they go all the way up to Winterton. So, having had a good old look at the seals, I suppose we better carry on with the walk. I could stand here for hours. They are fantastic. So we'll carry on going back now to where we joined the Norfolk Coast Path. And if anyone says Norfolk's flat, I think you can't deny them that. So to continue on the walk, we'll come down these steps and turn right to retrace our tracks back to point number 5 on the route notes. So this is where we arrived at the dunes. We turned right to get to the viewing platform. This is number 5 on the notes. We're now going to go straight ahead as we're looking at it. And here's another little information board. How much will a Grail seal pup drink in a day? Up to 2.5 litres. And we're just coming up to another viewing area. If you wanted to see some more seals, then you head up there to the right, going past that pillbox. Here we are coming up to the car park at Horsey Gap. This is another place where you can park. If you didn't want to park at the National Trust Horsey Wind Pump, you'd then start the walk from the route note number 6. And we're going to walk out of the car park, turning left along this rutted road, and this takes us all the way to the main road. So here we are, we've reached the main road, and if you look just over there, that's Poppyland's tea room. So you can stop there and have some refreshments. Or the pub, the Nelson, is a little bit further on to the left. But here, number 7 on the route notes, we go right just for a very short distance. It's not long along this stretch of road. And we go left along this track here. That's number 8 on the route notes. We go along this little footpath. It used to have a sign, but it's not there anymore. But it's a well-trodden path, as you can see. This is number 8 on the route notes. And there's Poppyland's tea room. And at the end here, we go across this gap and turn right. I tell you, it really has been so wet recently. I think we've had more than average rainfall. We walk along this little path here, number 9 on the notes. Okay, we just turn right here in front of this house and then immediately left. This is number 10 on the route notes. Go over this little footbridge because we need to get the other side of this dike. And we're now heading towards Brograve Drainage Mill, which is the ruined drainage mill. When I did this walk in the summer, I saw some cranes on this water meadow. That's how wet it's been. And when you get here, this is number 11 on the route notes. We turn left and continue to follow the path. If you enjoy this walk, don't forget that we've got others coming. So keep an eye out on the Norfolk Walking Guides page on Explore Norfolk UK. This is very lovely. You've got the dike on the right and easy walking on this path. You can see the water meadows and the reeds. A little visitor for me. So I really hope you enjoy this walk because you get to see 3 amazing things. You get to see the incredible seals, which are brilliant. You get to see Brograve Drainage Mill, and you get to see Horsey Wind Pump. And there we are, that's Horsey Mere. We've been walking around that, and you can see that lovely thatched boathouses. One in the far distance there, and one just here. Once you've done this walk and you've enjoyed it, and I know you will, I would love it if you would leave a comment on this video so that others can see how enjoyable it is. There's the spectacular windmill, or wind pump. Walk back down this path all the way to the car park. What a lovely walk. Really enjoyed that, and I know you will too.